Celebrated Labor Day by having its annual Solidarity Parade and Picnic. Families of union workers able to enjoy the holiday together while also fighting for better state benefits for some state workers in Tier 6 of the retirement system. We learn more with 7 News reporter Gage Kilborn.
The streets of Massena were roaring on Monday as hundreds gathered at the 44th Annual Solidarity Parade and Picnic. Former International Union President for the Aluminum, Brick, and Glass Workers, Ernie LaBaff, has been helping organize the event since the beginning, and he has seen quite a bit, but only one thing stuck out to him.
I've seen the labor movement change. When I was young, we were a lot more adamant in our positions, a lot more challenging on things. It seems like we mellowed. The laws have changed a lot.
Every year, the parade has a different theme. This year's theme applies to fixing Tier 6. For those not familiar, there are different tiers in New York State's retirement system. Tier 6 is at the bottom of the list, and people who retire at Tier 6 will not receive the same benefits as someone from Tier 4. The Solidarity Parade Committee hopes to achieve part of its goal at the picnic today.
We're looking to fix some of the faults that were done with Tier 6, Tier 5, and 6, as a matter of fact, a decade and a half ago.
Besides the theme, the committee wants to keep recognizing the laborers for all that they do in the area.
They're showing good support and respect. And after all the years I've been involved, that's a good feeling.
With the end of the 44th Annual Solidarity Parade, the committee is already preparing for the 45th. Gage Kilborn, 7 News.